Yo, what up, though? Y'all already know what this is. Respect the worst if you don't respect the best. Top tier podcast. I am Ledge. Let's get right off into this, man. I'm not going to waste any time because I'm under the weather severely, but I'm still doing my due diligence. And as one of the media guys in here to discuss this important event going down later today, starting at 1 p.m., probably maybe 30 minutes or an hour later, but just be safe, to be on the safe side. 1 p.m. because that's what it says on the flyer. You know, Blood, Sweat, and Tears 6, brought to you guys by the one and only Rare Breed Entertainment. And it's a really, really interesting card. Notable names that you guys, some of you might not be as familiar with, but you've heard their names, you know, like about in the whole battle rap circles, especially like if you're on social media and if you just venture off into other leagues. So I really like the card. Looking forward to it. This also is, I believe this is Rare Breed's first time traveling out of the New York area. You know, predominantly Club Drama is where they host a lot of their events. They're in the A, and it should be a wonderful turnout because Atlanta really, really digs battle rap, man. Obviously, they got the bullpen set up and they had battle rappers, you know, come and go out of that area. So I'm looking forward to it. I want to say that it's a busy month for battle rap. Really busy. So I hope that people don't like do the kind of cliche thing and like compare it to either events that's before it or events that's after it. Treat it as its own individual event because the comparisons can lend people who haven't seen the event to make it feel like it's either less than, you know what I'm saying? So like just judge it by its own merits. That would be my advice to you. Yeah, so getting right into it, we're gonna go with the on-site joint, right? Which is on-site. Basically, they branched this idea off of the Ill Will and Calico battle, which was going to be, you know, in the venue, but they kicked it outside basically, or in like a different area. And it was a really good battle. Like, no lie, I can't remember who I had winning. I believe I said Calico, but it was a really good battle. One of the better battles of the year, not just for RBE, but for all like of battle rap. And in my opinion, and this is no different. So they've been keeping that theme going. And in this on-site battle, which is going to be VOD only, so video on demand, cop the event, get it. And it's going to be B Magic versus Mr. Mills. And Mr. Mills caught a bad break because he was supposed to go against Rosenberg Raw, I believe, on the last event. I think it was the Hollow and Math card. Yeah, so personal reasons for Rosenberg Raw, couldn't do it. Understood. Now he gets, you would say, a bigger plate with B Magic, man. And B Magic, he's had his ups and downs over the past year or so. But being that this is on site, it's not a big stage, I think he might be in a really good comfort zone. Last time I seen him was against, can't think of the guy's name, but it was part of 413 Battle League over there in, I think, Massachusetts. So it was okay, but he didn't really bring his A game, but he probably still won even with a few slip ups. I just want to see him get back to form. This could be the battle, but I'm going to go with Mr. Mills just because I feel like Mr. Mills realizes this is a big opportunity for him to climb the ladder. RBE has always been like one of his homes. He's had some of his better showings on this platform, whether it be versus JC or Big Cannon, things of that nature. And they always seem to embrace him really well with like the way he rhymes, the amount of aggression, and just his punches. They hit different when he's on that stage. So I think he's going to be comfortable. Now, granted, it's not on the stage, but I still think just being in that environment, being on that league, just does something different to him. And also being at Rosenberg Raw didn't show up. He's probably sitting on mad material. B Magic could be possibly too, but I feel like B Magic is at a point where, you know, when you're just trying to get your rhythm back, so you're not, even though you're doing better, you're not at your best. I feel like it's baby steps with B Magic. He's still at a point where he's trying to just comfortably get through his material. It's not even so much about being amazing at this point for him yet. It's about getting through his material cleanly, like flawlessly. So I think he's still at that stage yet. Maybe months from now, he'll be at B Magic, the show arrive. You feel me? But until then, I'm gonna go with Mr. Mills because I feel like he's just he has more awareness of who he is right now as an MC. I feel like he's not going to be fumbling through his material, although he's had some, but I don't think it's been to the degree of Magic. So I got Mr. Mills winning that 2-1. Next up, Jay Murder versus Bad News. This should be a good battle. I think this battle might suffer based on just where it's placed, and that's more so because of Bad News. Bad News battles. Bad News has a battle in basically like 2 weeks. On the piece on the payback card, Bullpen, the payback. That's gonna be a free battle. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, he's battling Drugs, I think. But I just think the timing is bad. He just had one of the better top 5, in my opinion, 1-rounders I've seen versus Tay Rock. Now it's just dropped, but he wrote his ass off in that battle. And then I'm pretty sure as one of the faces of Bullpen, he's going to come with his A game in that battle. So this battle sandwiched in the middle just gives me a bad vibe that he might not be on level 10 in this battle. I think Jay Murder, funny, powerful voice. I think he is, a RBE guy through and through. I think he is going to take this battle a little bit more seriously. I think he'll be the more prepared MC. So I'm going to get it to Jay Murder 2-1. I could be wrong. Bad News can be explosive at times, but I'm going to go with Jay Murder just because I feel like he'll be more prepared. Next matchup, Cortez versus St. Mike. St. Mike is nice. People be sleeping on him. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins this battle, but I'm going to go with just Cortez because I feel like Cortez has been kind of just chilling. Last time I seen him, who did he battle? He battled somebody in the UK in like a 1-rounder. I think it was either Premier Battles or Don't Flop. I just can't remember. And neither one of them was at their best. It felt like throwaway rounds. That was the last time I seen him. Obviously, he had that epic, well, I wouldn't say epic, but really great performance on Verbal Warzone in that battle. But that's been a minute. So I feel like he's, you give Cortez this amount of time, he could be really good. But also versus St. Mike is really creative. He's a vet in his own right. Like, he's been around. He's not like new to this. He had a fire battle with Danny Myers that I suggest everybody go see. And he won't be, what Averb said in her murder book? Like, I ain't starstruck. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't starstruck. So St. Mike is going to come with it. But I just get an edge slightly to Cortez because I feel like with that amount of time being that kind of, not cold, but just being out of the mix, I feel like he's going to have a lot to say and a lot to prove. He hasn't been on that many main stages, probably since his battle versus O-Red. He hasn't been on that many URL big cards since then. So this is his time to like put his name back in the hat. Like, yo, I'm out here. I'm still cooking. So I'm gonna go Cortez on that one. I'm gonna go with him. I can see him 2-1, like in a close battle. That probably might be the most debatable battle on the card. Next matchup is Sharon versus Big Cannon. You know, this is an interesting battle. Big Cannon has been dogging Sharon like via social media. Like he just don't like him. He don't think dude nice, all this and that. But Sharon is like an underdog that just finds a way. He's in that John DNA. Like he's in that, you know, that mix, that company of you rarely pick them to win their battles, but they win those battles. And Big Cannon being like one of the guys RBE looks to put the work in and to rep the flag, so to speak. This seems like one of those setups unintentionally where Sharon might just go crazy on Big Cannon. Obviously, they both have the freestyle rebuttal ability, so that could be crazy. I think Sharon's a little more skilled than that, just by a little bit. So we're going to see. I don't know how Sharon's going to be on this stage, though. I don't know how this crowd's going to receive him. They liked Pat Stay, though, versus Verb, so you know what I'm saying. They might rock with Sharon. I could play it safe and say Big Cannon 2-1, but I think Sharon might pull an upset on this one. Is it an upset really though? Because I mean, Sharon's resume is probably better than Big Cannon's, if we're being honest. But I don't know. I something just tells me Sharon's gonna find a way to make this a 2-1 in his favor, so I'm gonna go with Sharon. Ill Will versus Scotty. Scotty from Houston. Ill Will Yaktown. Scotty is entertaining. He's got really good stage presence. Like he's not one of those guys who's just gonna just stand still the whole time. He's energetic. Got bars though. Don't sleep. He got bars, and he's been slowly climbing the ranks to get somebody like Ill Will's. It's not a bad look for him at this point. I was listening to him on Hip Hop Is Real, talking about things he needs to work on, and you know, and things he can do to get better. And he sounded really focused. But with Ill Will on this platform, it could go really well for him or really bad for him. Ill Will is weird because he's been really consistent over the past year and a half. Like it's very few battles where I was like, yo, I ain't feeling him in this battle. And I'm talking about whether he won or lost. So I just feel like this might be the time where he doesn't bring his complete A game and Scotty could get it. But it's hard for me to pick guys who are, you know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe is this his first time on an RB stage? I think so. I could be wrong. I don't remember Scotty being there. But if so, then it lends to my theory that people making their trip the first time, getting one of like that league's top guys, he rarely works out. I'm gonna go with Ill Will in that one, 2-1 as well. And then there's, I guess you can call it, it's weird because Sharon and Big Cannon can very well be the main event in some certain people's eyes. But this is the main event. Mav Hoffa versus Heavy Half. Everybody's worried about Mav Hoffa in this one. Not because they think like Heavy Half is just about to like 330 him, but it's more so about the focus and basically coming down from that high that he's been like on that cloud nine that he's been on since the verdict of his battle with Hollow, where the consensus has him like either 30 in Hollow, body in Hollow, or winning clearly 2-1. So people are looking for that slip up or that down slide. And I don't think even if he tried, it could happen versus Heavy Half. I just don't. I don't think it can happen versus Heavy Half. Big Cannon, yes. J Murder, possibly. You know, Ill Will, where they already battled, but you see how close that battle was. Those guys, Heavy Half, it's nice. He has aggression. He can rhyme, like he can really rap. But sometimes his bars just be missing. Like his stuff don't land when he builds up, and then his punch comes. It's just like I see where you going with it. Now, granted, there's probably people who've seen more Heavy Half battles than me. I've seen him versus Roseburg Raw. I've seen him versus Swave, and 2 other battles that don't come to mind right now. Also seen him on Guerrilla Warfare. So I've seen him battle, but I feel like I get the same energy, the same pacing, and the same like references almost every battle. So I don't know what he's going to do different in this battle to beat Math, who I won't say he's on a run. I mean, he's like the dude right before this, he was looking really bad versus Av, but his trajectory is moving up now after the Hollow battle, and I think he senses that might be his last little run to get those other big names. You know what I'm saying? The other big names like Mook, maybe Surf. Like if he could just clean Heavy Half up in this battle, leaving no doubt, he could chill and probably get one of those guys, man. So I'm gonna go with Math. It's dangerous. I'm gonna go with Math. I'm gonna say he gonna edge every round. I think he's good enough, talented enough to edge every round 3-0. So there you go. RBE, man. Rare Breed Entertainment. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 6. Going down in Atlanta. 1 o'clock. I'm sick as a dog, but I still delivered what I felt like were some honest, unbiased opinions and predictions. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a great weekend. And as always, keep it battle rap. Love. Yo, want to talk to you real fast about Anchor, all right? Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you can get paid to podcast. That's pretty dope, right? All you have to do is go to anchor.fm/start. Once again, that is anchor.fm/start. You'll get acclimated. Look, man, on here, there's podcasts for literally everything. Food, movies, entertainment, health, fitness, you name it, they got it. So why don't you come on in, grab a seat, and start podcasting soon.